Следующий. Ваши документы.
This was a scene from the short film Papers, Please, inspired by the game of the same name. In this video, I'll take a look at this extraordinary indie game developed by Lucas Pope and first released in 2013. The premise of the game seems simple and dry at first glance. You take on the role of a border control officer in the fictional communist republic of Astotska. The 6-year war with the neighboring state of Kolechia has just ended, and the city of Grestin is divided between both countries. You are stationed in East Grestin in the 1980s after being selected through the state's job lottery. The setting is no coincidence. It clearly evokes the Iron Curtain and divided Berlin. Your job? Control immigration, detect forged documents, and keep up with constantly changing regulations. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell. How does this translate into gameplay? The game is divided into workdays. New regulations such as diplomatic seals, additional documents, or entry restrictions are introduced almost daily. What sounds like a grim job simulator quickly turns into a game about time, resources, and moral choices. The atmosphere is oppressive. Your desk is so small that you can't lay out all documents at once. At the same time, the queue outside your booth never seems to end, and your time is limited. At the end of each shift, you must use your salary to pay for rent, food, and heating for your family. If money runs low, you can cut costs at the expense of your family's health. There are also special events, such as a birthday gift for your son. But financial pressure isn't the only burden. Smugglers, spies, corruption, and personal stories are part of your daily work. You constantly face difficult choices. Do you follow the rules or your principles? Do you help rebels, or do you risk your job by allowing someone to enter against regulations? While most characters are procedurally generated, the daily rule changes are scripted. For example, on day 7, the body scanner is introduced, which helps detect gender discrepancies or contraband. The former, in light of modern discussions, has been a point of criticism for the game. This also means that if a family member starves or falls ill, it's ultimately your responsibility. If you're careless, you'll immediately get penalized for mistakes. At the same time, the game also includes moments like this. Before your shift, a border guard approaches your booth and asks you to let someone through, his fiancée. If you're observant, you recognize her, but you'll also notice that she doesn't meet the entry requirements. If you let her through anyway, you'll receive a penalty. But while handling the next case, you'll also witness this. In total, the game features 20 possible endings, depending on how you play. This includes endings where you go bankrupt, get arrested, or lose your entire family. And this is where things get interesting. This simple yet demanding gameplay loop creates an immersive flow that leaves just enough room for reflections like, what am I actually doing here? Why is there a new pointless rule every day? How do I provide for my family at the end of the day? What's behind the mysterious organization ESIC? And now I'm supposed to shoot terrorists too? The game confronts you with these questions not through blunt messaging, but through your own experience, which becomes more than just the sum of its parts. Developer Lucas Pope has stated in multiple interviews that, as an American living in Japan who frequently travels through international airports, he was inspired by the behavior and procedures of border officers to create a game based on these experiences. At the same time, he aimed not to deliver a simplistic political message, but to generalize the experience in a way that avoids the black and white morality. Papers, Please defies clear classification. It has been called a serious game, an empathy game, an art game, or simply a job simulator. But regardless of how you categorize it, or what message you take from it, one thing is certain. It challenges the idea of harmless fun. It is confrontational and holds up the mirror to the player, for better or worse. I can only recommend experiencing it for yourself. That's my opinion. What do you think? Leave a comment below. See you in the next video.